Terrifier 2 has been making waves in the film world for its brutal nature, with many considering it one of the most extreme in mainstream cinema. If you're a fan of the Terrifier franchise and looking for more horror movies that deliver a similar level of intensity and gore, here are 5 movies you should check out. Stitches is a horror comedy that really leans into what it means to be a clown in the most brutal way possible. There are some seriously jaw-dropping scenes in this movie that fans of Art the Clown will definitely appreciate. Stitches follows all the stereotypes of a teen slasher and never takes itself too seriously, so it's a pretty fun watch. Keep in mind that Irish accents in this movie are pretty strong, so you might need subtitles. Clown is one of the most unique and ridiculous clown movies made in recent history. The general plot of this film is that a father finds a clown suit for his son's birthday party, only to realize that it's cursed. Without giving away too much, this movie has a similar feel to the Haunted Mask episode of Goosebumps that terrified us as kids. While Clown doesn't have the same shock factor as the Terrifier films, it's still a movie that I highly recommend. It's also worth noting that the film was directed by John Watts, who later directed the new Spider-Man trilogy. Haunt is one of the better haunted house movies to come out in recent years. Haunt follows a group of friends who visit an extreme haunted house attraction on Halloween night, only to find themselves trapped and hunted by a group of masked killers. In Haunt, the costumes and sets are very well designed and add to the overall creepy atmosphere of the movie. Haunt was directed by Scott Beck and Brian Woods, the same duo that made A Quiet Place. Eli Roth also has ties to this movie as a producer, so you know the levels of gore to expect if you've seen his other movies, like Green Inferno and Hostel. The Collector films have some of the best booby traps you will see in any horror movie. The first movie is a bit of a slow burn, but once it gets going, you are rewarded with a film that does not hold back on the violence. The Collector and The Collection were written by Marcus Dunstan, who previously wrote Feast, an awesome creature feature. He also wrote a few of the Saw films from the late 2000s. A third Collector film is in the works, so be on the lookout for that one over the next year or two. Last but not least is Maniac, a serial killer movie over 40 years old but still packs a hard punch today. When it was released in 1980, it was met with much controversy due to its intense violence. It was so violent at the time that critics were walking out of the theaters, and protesters could be seen outside of the theaters where Maniac was playing. Many people also found Terrifier 2 hard to handle, so Maniac is a must-see if you're looking to watch a similarly controversial film. The Maniac remake from 2012 starring Elijah Wood is also really disturbing and worth a watch after you watch the original. If you know of any other movies that fans of the Terrifier franchise would enjoy, leave a comment with some recommendations.